When you get a trade idea from me, are we to jump in the trade right away, or you have to wait? Great question. So that's what I was explaining earlier. Um, Everyone is different, okay? And when I give a trade idea like this, so we had this from yesterday. Let's do this. And bring it right here. Let's drop down to the 15, and we had this level from, I think, Monday. That's when price dropped. So we had that level marked out. So this is what, when you watch me during the live session, this is what I'll give you. Okay, I'm training. First of all, I'm training your eyes to see them so that you can do it yourself. So that's why I keep doing it, because over time the idea is that you will learn to do it yourself. Okay, so when I give you this level, okay, what you can do is you can place a sell limit here and leave your stop there. Okay, or you can wait for price to come to the level and then give you reasons. Okay, because we are not 100%, or I am not 100% in control of price, and price can do whatever it wants. It can come here and then just go through it. Okay, it's all about probabilities, but because we have probabilities stacked on our side, doesn't mean that it's gonna go our way. So when you have the trade idea, you can set a sell limit at the level and then leave your stop loss there and then just sit on it and wait that price comes there and drop. Or you can wait for price to come up here, and then if you follow the teachings that I gave during the live session, I keep talking about waiting for price to give you reasons that it wants to go back down. So you're gonna wait for price to come up here and then give you reasons that it wants to go down, and the reasons will be it's gonna break down, because as it's going up, it's creating what we call swing highs and swing lows. Okay, so once it comes into this level, it's gonna break a swing low. Okay, when it does that, then you can go in and start selling. So you can wait for this to form here, or you can take the trade as it's coming. That is something that you have to choose. Okay, I can't choose that for you. If you can be in front of the screen, this is how I explain it. If you can be in front of the screen, then it's best to do it this way, because this is how I'm doing it all the time. Okay, I'm waiting for a breaking structure before I take a trade. I'm very conservative. I've done this several times. So let's say I have this level. Not the best drawing. So let's say this is my level. Okay, and I've done this several times, selling straight short there, and not most of the time it does this to me, and then I get annoyed, and then sometimes it'll come back and then continue going down, and I get annoyed, right? So over time, with experience of trading, I find it better to do it this way. Okay, I find it better to wait for price to come to the level, give me reasons it wants to drop, and then I go in. So I'll wait for this to form. But not everybody has got the luxury of being in front of the screen all the time. Okay, so if you cannot be in front of the screen all the time, then the best way to do it is wait for price to get there and just put your sell limit there, and then just leave it. Okay, the benefit of having this is you can avoid a lot of losses. 100%, let me put it this way, no one is 100% profitable. Okay, you cannot be 100% making every single trade right. That doesn't exist. Okay, That doesn't exist. So therefore you're going to take losses, but it's how you take those losses. So it's either it's going to come up here and it's going to go through it, or it's going to come up here and then reject. I prefer it this way, that I will avoid price. If it's not going to give me this, potentially it's going to continue going up. Therefore, then I avoid that loss. And a typical example is a CAD yen sell that we were looking at last week here on the 4-hour. So a typical example is a CAD yen trade idea that we were watching last week right here. Okay, let's cut this one off. Okay, so this is a typical example. So I give you this level as a sell, and I'll give you that. Yeah. Is it a valid level to sell short? Yes, it is. Why? Because of the elements that has here. We have a gap, we have a big move away to the downside. Price is now retracing back to the level, so it's got everything right for me to sell there. Okay, so as price is coming, you don't have the luxury to watch price as it's coming, you can place your sell limit here and then leave your stop loss up there. But me, as I'm watching it, I'm watching the lower time frame to see, is it going to give me reasons that it's going to break a short-term low. So if it doesn't break a short-term low as it's coming up, then I'm not going to take the trade. Why? Because if I take the trade, there's a potential, okay, that price can go through it. So I'll wait for it to give me a breakdown, then I take the trade. So this is an example. This is an example of price going through the level without giving me any break, and then I will avoid this trade. But if you cannot be in front of the screen, this is where you get activated. Okay, this is where your trade will be activated, and then this is what will happen. So I hope that makes sense.